Today I have a really cool dive watch to show you guys. This is an affordable dive watch made out of Damascus metal. Damascus is titanium, but it's a bunch of different titaniums mixed together that looks sort of like Damascus steel, but it is heated, so it's a bunch of different colors. This one gets almost the entire watch made out of this material. It's thin, it's good looking, it's from the brand Wicked Watches, and they always offer so much watch for the money. So let's flip the camera and take a look at what could be one of the best value divers out there right now, the Wicked Pearl Diver in Damascus titanium. So this is the Pearl Diver 2 from the brand Wicked Watches. I have 3 watches to show you guys today. One is the version 1 that is on my wrist, a watch that I have owned for many years. It is a very good dive watch that is a little bit different from the watch that we're looking at today, actually a lot different. And then I have another watch that has never been seen before, and I will show you that in just a few minutes. That one is a Lume Monster. I'm very excited. Actually, all of these are Lume Monsters because the owner of the brand, Wicked, is extremely obsessed with Lume, very similar to myself. I like that, and obviously he puts a lot of Lume into his watches. He also loves to do some wild stuff. This is a crazy watch considering the price. This is Damascus, which is basically Damascus titanium, and it is getting lots of components made out of that material. So you could see the dial. I don't think in the intro I mentioned that the dial is made out of Damascus. That bezel and the bezel insert, the case, the crown, all made out of that material, Damascus. And then you have a really nice bespoke buckle on here, also made out of Damascus. So if you like the look of Damascus, you are going to really like the look of this watch. This is also a very functional dive watch. So they're not just giving you a very special material here, they are giving you a very functional dive watch. This one gets applied indices. Those are in a gilt tone. You have very large hands here that are very liberally applied with Lume. Those get a gold tone as well. There's an arrow for the seconds hand, a very large arrow tip, again, of course, filled with Lume. The bezel is lumed. The crown on this watch, I don't believe is lumed, which is not typical for their watches, but this one is not lumed. It could have something to do with the materials here and their ability to actually lume that. You get a titanium case back that is media blasted. You can see there's an oyster on there because this is a Pearl Diver. It is a screwed-in case back. Of course, you're getting 200 meters of water resistance. A sapphire crystal in the front, which is a flat sapphire crystal. And inside here, you're getting a Miyota movement. The Miyota movement is a 9039. So that means this gets a dateless version of the Miyota 9000 series. And because of that, it is on the thinner side for a 200-meter dive watch, coming in at just a smidge over 11 millimeters thick. That is pretty thin considering that you're getting 200 meters of water resistance. You have a 38.9 millimeter case, so just about a 39 millimeter dive watch, and then a lug-to-lug of around 46 millimeters. And like I said, I have another one of their watches on my wrist today. This is their Pearl Diver, the version 1 in bronze. I've had this watch for a very long time. You have a ceramic bezel that gets Lume inserted into the bezel. So there is solid Lume in the bezel. There is solid casted Lume on the dial. It is extremely, extremely bright. They put Lume on the clasp, on the crown, and a lot of the packaging this actually came in, I still have all the packaging, is also lumed. So this was a Lume Monster. It was a beast when it first came out. Then a lot of other brands started sort of following suit. Other brands that, micro brands started using more casted Lume. This is one of the first micro brands to do it. A lot of people don't know that. This also gets a black mother of pearl dial, which is a very dark black, and it looks fantastic. Before I show you the Pearl Diver 2 in Damascus on my 7.5 inch wrist, I'm going to show you a very special watch that is not yet released. In fact, it will be released pretty soon. This is a grade 5 titanium version of the Pearl Diver. It's not technically a Pearl Diver. I don't think they're calling it a Pearl Diver, but this is in collaboration with WatchChris. This is my collaboration with Wicked Watches. And this gets casted lume, a titanium bezel insert, all grade 5 titanium, grade 5 titanium lumed crown, that water moisture indicator on the dial, which is lumed, is not functional, but it is fully lumed. So I opted for lume rather than function here because you are getting a 200-meter dive watch with a screwed-in crown and a screwed-in caseback. That caseback is solid, but it is hiding a pretty awesome movement. One of the first watches to use the new upgraded Sellita SW200-2. That means this watch is getting 68 hours of power reserve, not the standard 42 hours of power reserve that the original got. So this is an upgraded version of the Sellita SW200. This gets insane lume. And last but not least, that is a meteorite dial on a grade 5 titanium case with that titanium bezel. Everything here is sort of in the same tone, and that's what I wanted. It's extremely legible, even though because you are getting so much of that same tone, it is really very legible. A fantastic watch with lots of little details. I'll make a full video about it very, very soon, and pre-order for this will be up pretty soon as well. And there is the Pearl Diver 2 in Damascus titanium on my 7.5-inch wrist. I've already posted this in my watch club, Gotham Watch Club. It got some crazy reactions. People were going wild. They thought it was pretty awesome. And of course, I put this on Instagram already, and I got a lot of comments and questions about it as well. Obviously, you are getting a lot of Damascus. Like I was saying, if you don't like the look, I do. If you don't like the look, you're not going to like this watch. It is pretty intense. But when looking from far away, it doesn't look that intense. It sort of looks like a DLC coated bluish, purplish watch, I would say. This is thin, around 11 millimeters thick. It's around a 39 millimeter watch, just under 39 millimeters, and a 46 millimeter lug to lug. Let's check out the lume on this watch, and then I'll bring in the other two watches that I had on my wrist. Now, this probably won't perform as well as the other two because the other two are getting cast lume, and cast lume is obviously solid bricks of lume basically applied to the dials. They don't have indices, they have actual bricks of lume. This gets gold tone indices, so those are applied and then filled with lume. So obviously there will be a difference. Let's check out the lume really quickly. Now, just because I said it doesn't have as much lume as the other two watches, I wasn't saying that it doesn't have a lot of lume. It has an extreme amount of lume. In fact, this is crazy with the fact that this is not solid lume. There is so much lume applied to the hands, the indices. It's all evenly applied. It's evenly bright. It looks fantastic, and you have lume on that second hand. You can see that it's working. The hands are extremely lumed. Everything is very liberally applied with lume and looks beautiful. By the way, let's listen to the bezel action on this watch really quickly. For a solid titanium watch, that is very good bezel action. You have a rubber strap on here as well. I forgot to mention that. It's really nice and pliable. You have that Damascus steel buckle on here as well. So really lots going into this watch. It looks fantastic. The price on this is $937. I think for what you're getting here, that is a very good price. If you like Damascus, again, you have to like Damascus titanium. If you do, this is the watch for you. There aren't many watches out there that offer this much for that price. Very quickly though, let me show you the other watches and their lume. So this is the lume on the WatchChris version. So you can see there's the lumed watermark right there, solid lume. These are uncharged. This is just how it is without any charging. That's it. It's that bright, and you also get a lumed crown, which looks fantastic on a watch like this. And this is the version 1. So this is their oldest model, the Pearl Diver. And you can see, again, uncharged. You have a lumed crown, and you have a lumed buckle, which you can't see as much. It does fade a little bit quicker, but you can see there's a little bit of lume there. And, of course, the Pearl Diver itself. I mean, this is the Pearl Diver version 1. That's what it was called. Here's the version 2. And you can see this is not fading at all. It is really bright, very evenly applied across everything. $937. I think this is a really good price for a very nicely made dive watch with some really amazing features. I will add a link to their website down in the description. Definitely check it out if you are interested. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. Please tell me what you think of the 3 watches that I showed you guys today. Tell me what you think of this watch, of my collaboration watch, and of course my personal Pearl Diver, the version 1 in bronze. By the way, that is a bronze case. I don't think I mentioned that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next video.